Hey y'all. All right. Finally got my laptop back and I got more storage. Than I had before. So I had to replace the hard drive. But anywho, yeah, let's get started. And thank you for who helped me get the laptop. Actually, no, because it was only one person that helped me, and I know who that is in real life. And I thought I had thanked them in real life. So yeah. um, but thank you to anybody who had that intentions. I appreciate it because you helped to manifest it. Okay, so let's get into the Ray J story. So recently, Ray J came out with a live, and during the live, he showed a whole bunch of evidence showing that the sex tape that started Kim Kardashian career fame, um, it was set up. It was set up by all of them. Well, mostly Kim mother, but Ray J and Kim was also a part of the deal. But they saying that Kim Kardashian mother even looked at the tape. She even reviewed the tape and chose which tape they will be releasing. Hmm. Real interesting. So the part that I had like some questions about is so I wonder, was the original tape um was just like a regular tape and then the mom find it? Because, and I'm talking about from Ray J point of view, because I'm feeling like um Kim already knew. Like she already knew what the plot was, but she could have had told Ray J like after they made the first tape, because she probably talked him into it. Like, oh, let's record us having sex. It'll be fun, yada yada yada. But that's what she told him. And then later on, call him and be like, um, oh my God, my mom, she just found the tape. And Kim loved to do that fake ass crying that she be doing. So then she convinced Ray J like they should take advantage of this opportunity. But the original tape that they used wasn't even the one that they released. The one that they released is the one that after Kris looked at the tape, she was like, look, I want y'all to go back and film another tape. And they released that tape because it showed Kim in a better light, they said. hmm. Like, one of the main things that really tell me that it's a fake tape is when the girl vagina is extremely dry. Like Kim vagina was extra dry. The girl that was from Love and Hip Hop and she was hanging from the shower pole, her vagina was extra dry, and it's because they can't really enjoy it. It's a mental thing because they performing at that point. So like that's just one of the, like when I see how dry they shit is, You know, even when it comes to like couples that you see on Pornhub and, you know, but they really in love with each other. Like you could tell like they a real legit couple and everything. It's one, I could say the name and I guarantee you that some of y'all ain't seen them before. Ooh, child. I say that it start with an X. I'm gonna say that. Okay. You could tell that these motherfuckers in love with each other. Let me tell you how popping their Pornhub tapes is. They shit is so popping that the person who even introduced me to them was an Aries. I had an Aries homegirl. She was like, yo, I was watching porn and like I seen this one couple and I'm telling you, it's good. It's good. She was like, you want to see? And I was like, sure. So she showed me the couple. That shit was so good that I had to cross my legs. Cause you know, even though I was in the mental place of watching it, because I'm just seeing it if it was good, I was starting to get horny. They got that type of chemistry, you know. It's like that's their purpose. That's what they meant to do or some shit. I don't know. But when you see Kim and Ray J, you could tell that it's fake as fuck. There's no real chemistry. Um, there's no real love. Kim, she really in her head about it. You know, she's not really enjoying it. I don't even think that nobody had an orgasm. Like I don't think that Ray J caught a nut. Now I didn't see the whole tape. I only seen what's available for free because I didn't want to pay for it. Shit. There was a time though, you know, I did try to find it, like to download it for free. um, but they had that shit on lock. They had it on lock. What's his zodiac sign? What's his Taurus? I think he was a Taurus, and he was real good at finding stuff to download for free, and he couldn't even find it. They had it on lock. You could not watch that shit unless you paid for it. Now I know some people out there that good, like they probably caught it when it got early, or they might even bought the tape and released it, but it would get taken down quick. I think shit until this day, it's hard to find the whole tape. But yeah, so when I see that, I could tell that it's some type of plotting going on here because Ray J didn't even catch a nut. Kim is super dry. I mean, super duper dry. Y'all seen it? I was like, what the hell is going on? So yeah, it was whack. It was really whack, you know. Boring. But for some reason, it made Kim Kardashian popular. She just had to find the right celebrity and she ended up with Ray J. But first, she was working for Brandy. And I, for some reason, don't think that they had like a whole lot of money then. Like they was rich, but I felt like they was like on the edge because um the Jenner dude, Yeah, he won the Olympics like one time or something like that. But I don't think that that's really a lot of longevity in that unless you could continue to get endorsements. So I felt like they was at a point in their family where they like, yo, we got to do something. We got to do something before we go to middle class. Cause I felt like they was on their way to middle class. So that's why they was plotting and scheming. And you know, Kim, she was like the right one because Kim would do anything to be famous. Like I seen that in her. She's a Libra. Mm, yeah. Like when you look at her younger tapes, you could see how eager she was. She really wanted to be famous. Like I seen that in her. But I feel like Kim, like she real deal crazy. Now that girl, one of the Jenner girls, Kendall. See, now she her mama favorite. But Kim used to be the favorite. But now she the favorite. I think it's Kaylee. Yeah, Kaylee. Kylie. And this girl already unbotched up her face. Like it barely moves. And then I was looking at the video that Ray J was upset about and why Kim was crying. Like her face was folding in a very unnatural way. Okay. I feel like I would be damn near terrified to be in Hollywood because people would look so unnatural. Like they face be like stiff and pointy and they lips look like they have bold. Like I feel like the whole point of having that much money and getting the surgery done is to look like younger, but to still look natural. Like you shouldn't be able to tell. You shouldn't be able to tell though. But it's to a point, it's a obsession. And that just let me know that it's like a deep rooted self-hatred. Like you could tell that the trauma caused them to obsess about looking good and they so obsessed with it that they can't stop, you know. Like now they're addicted to the plastic surgery. And the Cali girl started young. I mean, young as fuck. And the fact that when she first started getting surgery, that it was like a whole lie, but it was a big deal that she was lying. Um, First she was saying that her lips are just natural. Then she was saying it's the way that she do her makeup. Then it was some other shit like it was like a whole drawn out lie and it was so obvious that it's a lie. But people gave a fuck. You know, so what that say about us as the viewers that people is really obsessed with her fucking lips. And that's a part of the programming, you know? That's why they even take these type of steps in order to make people famous. Um, because it does something to your psychology. I feel like Kim is one of the laboratory ones. I'm gonna look more into that. If that child orphan card come out, if that child orphan card come out, because you know, they really made people obsessed with her booty. Like, and then people are saying that she's Armenian, like that's supposed to be like black or something. Like, what the fuck that means? She's still white. Armenian is white. So, but the fact, like, it's just so many delusions around the Kardashians. For one, they don't, I don't see why men desire them so much. And I think the only reason they desire the Kardashians so much is because they've been programmed to do so. Like, the programming started with like Ray J, okay? Him being a black man, and then us seeing the visual of him having sex with her. And then people are just so impressed with a white girl with a big booty. People are so impressed with it. So the fact that she had a big booty, and then you could tell that Kim is very aware of it. So she invested so much money and getting her ass done over and over again, like, to the point that it don't look right. You know, when that photo came out with her in a bikini and her booty uh was detaching from her body, then, you know, without the Photoshop, the reality of it, people was like, I don't really find that attractive. But with the Photoshop and everything like that, see, you program, like, it look a certain type of way, you know? Like, you know, I had a homeboy and he lived in South Florida, and he don't care if it's fake or whatever. You know, I guess down there you so used to seeing it anyways, because women get BBLs to get money. But what, like, you a weak ass motherfucking, you a weak ass man if a woman with a big booty can come around and she could pimp you out of your motherfucking pockets. Like, that's a weak ass mentality. Do you even question why you do it? Cause that shit would get boring as fuck to me. You know, everybody look the same, wear they makeup the same, so they look the fucking same. Got the same type of hairstyles, got the same type of body shape. Cause everybody getting that same BBL and lipo and all that other shit, and they also getting the little wing eye shit, um whatever. Sometimes I be watching that lady where she talk about the plastic surgeries and shit. It's pretty interesting. But, and people that I met in real life, which is very, very few, is very few. Actually, I think I only seen a BBL in real life about 2, maybe 3 times. Just women that I seen in the store, and I was just able to tell that that's a BBL. Cause, you know, it don't match with their body. They legs be skinny, but they ass is big, and they hips, you know, they looking like tiny, you know. And when I say this, I ain't trying to throw shade or anything, but it's the truth. The shit don't look right. It look out of place. It don't look natural. And personally, to me, it don't look good. But, you know, and I feel like the people who do think it look good is just because they've been trained to be obsessed with that. Like, you've been trained to what you are attracted to. Like, a man would literally feel like important if he has somebody with that particular, with those features. That's why women go and get it. Cause they trying to, you know, they trying to get the bag, for one, because pretty privilege is a real thing. And, you know, it's powerful. All it is alchemy, you know, casting spells and illusions. But whatever you doing, it's up to you. Like, I really don't care, you know, because I understand why women do it. You know, if I was trying to, if I felt the need to really get that money like that, like if I was really desiring money like that, I desire security. But if I was really big on that because I wanted to, I would have to compete. If I was big on that, I decided to not let money control me like that. But I want to be secure. Like, let's get that straight, okay? You know, anytime when I don't feel secure, like I'm not feeling well. Like you, you might catch some words or something. Like shit, I got a daughter. You know, if it was just me, I would probably give even less fucks. But I have a child, so yeah. Um, but if I felt like I need like, cause I'm thankful for what I have. I don't mind having more, but I'm not obsessed with getting it. You know, I just want to make sure I'm well fed, my child well fed. I could spend time with my child. I just want to make sure that I'm secure. Usually when you desire to make a excessive amount of money, um, at that point, you already on lost yourself. But that's okay because every people do it. You on lost yourself in the system because when you desire the money that they created, they gonna make you work for it. They gonna make you sell your soul for it. They gonna make you compete for it. So the more money, the less you could be yourself. Cause they eat up your motherfucking time. Like I know people, they got bank, they got money, but they don't have no free time. They don't feel like they living their lives for themselves. That shit stressed them out. They be sick, having all types of illnesses and shit like that just from stress. Is it fucking worth it? Mm-mm. Not for me. No, it's not worth it. But, you know, some people, they don't understand that they are actually insecure and they trying to fill that void with something external. And they feel like if they could gain more, if they could have more, they will prove that they are worth something. And, you know, I'm looking at them like, yo, you worth everything, just yourself. Like I had a homegirl, she was a Capricorn, and I seen her go through hell over obsessing over her looks and obsessing over imagery, status. This girl wasn't that big, but she went and cut her stomach in half because she was desiring to get back to a weight that she was when she was like in her teenage years. And she looked it good. I mean, like this girl was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, but she couldn't see it. Every time she would show me a picture of herself, it would be a picture from that time. And she would be telling me, like, oh, I was so pretty then. I could wear designer brands. Da 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 da. I'm like, none of this shit is shit that I actually care about, like designer brands and stuff. Like, she was stressing because she just bought a Hummer and she can't really afford it like that. But she said she just wanted to feel luxury. So I sit here and I watch this girl cut up her body, stress herself the fuck out because she knew how to make money. She was a Capricorn. So she would go into the corporation world and she would work her ass off and she would make bank, but she would be stressed. And I was telling her, like, because she will work out. She just, the weight wouldn't go. And I was telling her, like, that spiritual weight. Because I'm a person, I could just start walking and shit. I'm going to start losing weight. But when that weight, when you can't get rid of it, it's spiritual weight. She just couldn't comprehend it. She couldn't energetically because she was spiritually lost. And she wasn't focused on being herself. She was focusing on the past. She was focusing on being an image. She didn't care about knowing herself or loving herself. Because when you really start to love yourself, you start to love your spirit, and then all that other shit just don't matter. It just don't even fucking matter. So, I just look at things like problem and solution. So when I see somebody and they really obsessed with that, that means that they are using that to identify themselves. They are using that to feel important. They are using that to feel beautiful. And you so powerful that you could just choose. I know that it's harder. Like, I know people, because I used to feel like about some things, oh, you could just choose to be happy. Like, what the fuck you mean? How can I choose to be happy, man? When I grow up in this fucking dysfunction, how the fuck I choose to be happy when I'm worried about the fucking light bill? What you mean? How can I choose to be happy when I see everybody around me suffering in the hood, struggling and trying to get out? So I couldn't understand some shit, you know? But when you hit like a rock bottom and you trying to get yourself out of it, you have to choose to survive. You have to choose to do better in order to get yourself out of it. And that makes you understand, like, it makes you question why you hold on to certain things. It makes you question the programming. It makes you question the things that truly don't make you happy, but you working so hard for it. And the rock bottom is after, like, there's a point when you just depressed and you aware that this doesn't make me happy, but you ain't willing to do anything about it because you fear losing it. Rock bottom is when you lose it. Then what? Then what? All right, that was a long ass intro. My bad, y'all. So I want to know who Kris is. Let's get into her personality. Tell me about Kris. Kris is a Scorpio. For some reason, I kind of feel like Kris could have been born into this, like into this industry the way that she is. And what you actually looking at is a woman that's trying to escape it. But, you know, it's kind of similar to Orlando. Like it was a part that Orlando Brown said that you have to think evil. And that's how they feel like that's how they can escape it. You have to become evil to escape it. But for some reason, I just felt like whoever her parents was, they kind of like push her into this because she like is a slave. But I feel like she was almost like sold into it, like by her parents. Yeah, because she felt like she was sacrificed. That's why she like she ruthless. I'm feeling like since the children was born, she always looked at them like pawns. She always looked at them as like, how can I profit off of you? Because it was done to her and she doing it to them. Addiction to self-pity. Yeah, I do get a sense of like that's what keeps her so ruthless. Because hold on. It's because I wish this would stay up. Okay. The reason is hold on, y'all. It's because she felt like she didn't receive any sympathy. So she do have like a ruthless mindset, but she been like sold into this. Um, I never can even think of a time that they mentioned Kris' parents. Hold on, I just want to look up the grandparents. I don't know. It kind of seemed like it's real vague, saying that their parents are Armenian, but they came over before the Armenian genocide. Hmm. And it's kind of like that's it. They came over here some time ago. It's real vague, okay? It's real vague, but see, that's the thing when it comes to these like celebrities. Like either they have a family tree that is similar to like Drew Barrymore, where they come from like a prominent family that's already been in the industry, or they come from this very vague family tree. You don't hear much about them, you don't see them too much, you don't see the parents too much. Hmm. All right, so places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. Yeah, but I do feel like a witchy background when it comes to this. It came out reverse. And then you have the owl, and then it's the moon in the background. And with this lantern, meaning like they walking through the dark. I feel like her family cut some type of deal. Or the DNA was used. Selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. Okay, so I feel like the Kardashians been in the making for a minute. Like before Kris even came along. That's why their particular family bloodline was preserved before the genocide. It's because I feel like they've been in the making for a long time. But this is all a part of the whole scheme and everything. Like, it's all about vibration and it's all about perception. They have to get you to believe. They have to train your mind in a certain type of way to get you to believe in their dream. Because if you believe, then it will manifest. So it's something about this being written out somewhere. Like they was going to create this type of family. Like everything that went on in probably like the last 100 years, even further than that, I want to say maybe 200-300 years, maybe even further than that. Everything that happened during that time was planned out. It was planned out the direction that they wanted society to go, how they wanted to influence, what they wanted them to believe. That is because they was trying to collect as many souls as they could. Because even when things are to switch over, there's still gonna be almost like a fading out of certain souls. Because as long as you are in the matrix, so I'm understanding like why people use that term so much and everything like that. While you are in the matrix, meaning that you believing in their world, you will be a slave to them. You will be a slave to them. But see, they create characters because they have to play out something in front of you in order to get you to believe, right? So they create these characters. And And these characters are like condemned souls. But see, they don't mind living in hell because they feel like at least if they are in hell, they gonna be in like a penthouse. Like they're gonna be in hell but comfortable. That's how they view it, you know? And then everybody else who don't take the side that they taken, they had a belief that those people will remain being their slaves. But they all slaves. Like the Kardashians are slaves, but it's almost like that whole ideology of house nigga and field nigga. I mean, shit, y'all both a fucking slave. But see, that's what they do. They get you caught up in petty shit like that. They get you caught up in being a house nigga or a field nigga, getting caught up in the politics of that. And then you fail to realize that y'all both are slaves and y'all need to be trying to escape that. But nah, you distracted. You distracted and feeling better than the house nigga or better than the field nigga. You caught up in that mentality. And that's how they want it. And that's what they do. They create these illusions to have you so caught up in their world that you can't even learn how to create your own. Learn how to manifest your own or how to escape this paradigm. So they created these characters, the Kardashians. See, the artist card came out reverse. Using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as starving artists to elicit pity. See, this is the second card I read with that word pity on it. Yeah, they really do. That's like the energy that they work for. That's the energy that they harvesting. That pity. They well trained too. Like, that's why Kris know what she doing. Cause she been well trained. But see, in Kris' mind, in her mind, she doing what she have to do in order to survive. She doing what she have to do in order to escape. That's how she feel about it. This shit is fake, yo. Shit is fake. Okay, so this card came out upright. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment. Exactly. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment. Because, you know, when the Kardashians came out with their fake ass booties and stuff like that, I feel like they really started that BBL shit that happened. Like they really kicked off that trend. But first they had to create the insecurity. That's why they use black men, because it's something about who black men find attractive. Yeah, because that's part of the programming. First, they program you of feeling that the black man and his attraction is important. Like you have to really think about it, you know? Like I know that they did research studies and stuff about like online and shit like that. And I feel like black women was at the bottom of the list of they are less likely to have success with like online dating. And then white women was at the top. I don't believe these statistics. Like I don't give a fuck about these statistics because I feel like they are created in order to shape your mind. Like now it's to a point that somebody could go on Google and they could tell you a number and they will believe that more than your experience, because that's how they train you to be. Like that's how easy it is to make you believe in their narrative. So and I believe that black man was also put at the bottom of the list. But in reality, that's just not true. That's why white women, I mean, way back, if you go back to like further than Jackson 5, Little Richard, when they was doing the whole chitlin circle, cycle, whatever they call it, when they was doing that back then, like white women have like a secret fetish. They created that back in like slavery. They even show you in those old school movies like Mandingo and shit like that. Like they have like this fantasy about them. Like they fetishize black men. Like they want to be taken over by the beast. They it's like you always want the forbidden fruit. And they know that about the human psychology. You always want the fucking forbidden fruit. So, I mean, they train their mindset and it just trickle down to generation to generation. So even when you go back to like the chicken circuit, white women knowing damn well that their daddies have the type of psychology, because they secretly are jealous of black men because it's been training them to be, because they are consciously aware that their white women had a programmed desire towards the black man. So they just ready and willing to kill a black man just for the hell of it, just because they insecure. Okay. But they not aware of how that shit even got programmed in them in the first place. It's the same way with the vice versa. That's why it's black men are fetishizing white women. Forbidden fruit. That's all they had to do. They had to convince you that it was forbidden fruit. And then that created the desire in you to conquer that, to be curious about it. But it's all manipulation. Like you got fucking played. So they already set up the programming back then. So, you know, whoever the black man find attractive, which, you know, they even programming in the black man to desire white women for all types of dumbass reasons. You know, my brother, every girlfriend that he brought home was a white girl. He's an Aquarius, but he claimed that white women have better credit. But he was in the mindset that he was using these white women because they had certain resources that was viable to him. That's part of the programming too. Okay. Um, but he would tell my mama that he would never marry a white woman. If he was gonna settle down, he would choose a black woman. Mm. That's all a part of the psychology too. So they already built that psychology in you, and then they brung on the Kardashians. So that leave the white man and the black woman feeling undesirable. It ain't fucking true, but I mean, I guess it's true in the psychology or whatever. Cause yeah, I could definitely say that I have came across a lot of black men who they felt like a white woman would mean that they are better than. I seen it a whole lot. And I also seen a lot of black men that fetishizes white women. And this day and age, they just won't acknowledge it. But every woman that they're attracted to is a fucking white woman. But they won't acknowledge. They will say some dumb shit like, oh, it's a choice. Oh, it's this. No, because if that was the case, then you would be choosing a partner based off of, you know, energy or something like that. The fact that you are solely choosing white women to be attracted to, like you have to question why that's your preference. Like why that's your only preference. You have to really think about that. Like where the fuck did it come from? But people don't like to think that deep because it might just hurt to find out the truth. Or you might feel stupid. You might feel played. You might feel angry. You might feel confused. But whatever it takes you to, beyond that is you getting to know you, you know, because, you know, I feel like to me, it's really a cultural thing. Um, I don't really like pink penises. But I guess where I'm from, I haven't been able to uh vibe well with white people, you know. But I have not necessarily tried, but I have met white people. It wasn't longevity to it. And I just realized because there's a difference in the way that we think and perceive a lot of times. Um, is a difference in culture. And it's a lot of times it frustrates me with white people is because it's like they in a constant state of fear of being called a racist. And it makes them into a racist, you know? And I'm the type of motherfucker that I would bring that shit up. I would bring up shit that it was gonna be uncomfortable. for you to talk about. But I'm also the type of person that you could tell me how you truly feel and I could find understanding. Like my first response is not going to be like anger. You know, I had to think about that when it comes to the word nigga. I seen a white girl, she said the word nigga. This white girl, she like, I felt like she was raised in my culture, right? She was one of those white girls that was like raised in the hood. And I really had to think about it because I was like, should I be upset or nah? And I decided that no, like I don't want to be attached because why I'm so upset just because it don't matter what her reason for saying it. She could have been saying it because she's trying to trigger me. She could have been saying it because she want a fucking reaction. But why should I give her that just over this fucking made up word? Like, why should I even waste my time trying to defend that? You know, like you have to, choose your battles wisely. And I was like, you know what? Nah, because I know that this is what they want. This is exactly what they want. They want it to be that easy for you to get triggered. They want you to get angry. They want you to fight for these causes that they created. Keep you distracted. It keep you distracted from finding your real power. Yo, I got a lot to say, yo. I got a lot to fucking say. Okay. Let's get some more on Kris' backstory. If anybody want to create timestamps, I'll surely appreciate it. All right, tell me more about Kris' origin. I want to know about her origin. Yo, y'all know any tarot cards that's really good with picking up origins? Okay, so this came out reverse, but this is some type of relationship. But this is a prominent relationship. Like Kris' parents, they made some type of agreement to be a part of this. So, what made me have compassion when it comes to Kris is that she didn't have like the same choices or options that her parents had. Like she was born into it. And I think that her marriages was even arranged. But I feel like it's been something been happening before that. Something been happening before. As in like They was already doing things to Kris. They was already, like, before she got married off. I only know of 2 marriages, and that's the lawyer and the transgender dude. Hmm. But something about Kris, that she had access to certain options. And I felt like she had a choice between those options, but they had like a plan for her. What was the plan? Yo, whoever she was gonna procreate with, she knew that her children was gonna be used for this plan. And I'm really feeling like Kim, her DNA was altered for her to look a certain type of way. They wanted to make her desirable. Not just desirable, but mm, not just desirable. It's almost like she have like some type of power or something, like a superpower to make people feel a certain type of way. I'm really feeling like it's like you might even see it in like her zodiac chart. I know she's a Libra. And one thing I know about Libras is that they could keep a fucking relationship, okay? Like a Libra have no problem with finding a relationship. Now that relationship might be toxic as fuck, but like you just will never catch them alone. But there's other zodiac signs, like they have been trying for years to get into a relationship and it would be hard for them, but not a Libra. Not a Libra. I feel like that's because they like chameleons and they could like become whoever they desiring. Like they could become what they want. And I feel like they see it like a game. Like let's say that they have a crush on a dude and now they plotting on him. Like how I'm gonna get this dude. A Libra would know how to tap into what this man desire and then become that. But I also feel like I'm hearing Marilyn Monroe. Her DNA was altered. Like, I feel like there's a reason why they use past celebrities' DNA. And I feel like the reason for that is because it has certain characteristics in it. Like, it carries certain characteristics. It carries even like certain abilities. And I feel like we all have like abilities, but I feel like a fraction of it can be left in the DNA, you know? It's not just the soul. Like, the soul is just like who you are at your core, but there's other aspects. Like, with them altering the DNA, they can make you good at certain things. Like, they can make you a good athlete by combining certain DNAs together from other athletes that's already was really good. So they know how to genetically modify this in order to give you certain advantages. But I feel like Kim was crafted. Like, I'm even seeing like even before she was born, like a picture of her. Like, they drew out a picture of what she will look like. Okay. So they already knew when altering her DNA what Kim was going to look like. Okay, let me put these cards together and then I'm gonna come back and pull some cards on Kim.